Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at, well, a really unique source. It's called Lord Rugbyton's Delusional Debut. It's satirical, definitely peculiar, and we want to sort of unpack the commentator's mindset here.
Right.
See what insights, maybe surprising ones we can get about how extreme views are presented, even humorously.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is how this specific persona, Lord Rugbyton III, this really over-the-top character, it actually reveals quite a bit. It sort of unmasks underlying ideas about, language, censorship, even belief systems, all through this self-proclaimed authority figure.
And his authority is, all right, let's talk about that. He calls himself emergency commentator.
Right.
And he claims royalty because he was apparently born on Rugby Field, North Dakota.
Which is just inherently absurd, isn't it?
Completely. And he's got this disdain for the American dream, says that's why the regular commentator quit. Is that just flavor text or?
I think it's definitely targeting something. This idea of self-giving credentials, it pops up a lot, not just in satire. And his lordship, come on.
Oh.
It supposedly gets him free movies, no red cards, and permission to say OMG in church.
Right.
It just screams exaggerated ego, this massive sense of entitlement based on absolutely nothing tangible. It's a caricature, but a pointed one.
Okay, so he's established this. Royal absurdity.
Yeah.
Then his commentary shifts, right? He starts talking about society, language.
Yeah, he has these observations about England. He calls it a land of Christians, Muslims, atheists.
And progressive kings who fund everything. It's quite a take.
It is. And then almost in the same breath, he pivots to language, complaining about phrases like monkey see, monkey do, being banned to protect feelings. And this is where his, let's call it logic, it's really tangled. He connects it to science, but completely misunderstands it.
The swimming monkeys thing.
Exactly, his bizarre interpretation of evolution. And then he twists survival of the fittest into this cynical idea that, we should all basically be Chuck Norris. And he tries to call out hypocrisy, right? He says, well, blackboards became whiteboards, but people still say OMG.
Which don't really connect.
Not logically, no. It's like he's just grabbing random things that bother him and trying to force them into one argument. It really shows how people can find facts to fit, whatever they already believe.
Yeah, constructing his own reality almost.
Yeah.
And that sort of leads right into his complaints about censorship, doesn't it?
It does. He's really worked up about his kids not being able to watch Die Hard because of naughty words like fudge.
Fudge, okay.
But then almost immediately after, he praises DSTV South Africa for showing Godzilla vs. Kong without the devil's vocabulary.
So wait, he wants censorship for some things, but praises the lack of it for others.
Precisely. The inconsistency is glaring. And if you look at the bigger picture here, it really points to this desire for all media to fit into one very specific moral or maybe religious box. His box.
Right, because he then demands that holy conetary filter for sports.
Yeah, for all sports. And his justification. 2.1 billion believers can't be wrong.
It's quite a leap. Using sheer numbers to demand widespread media control.
It's not just about what he wants to watch. It's about what everyone should be allowed to watch, filtered through his very narrow lens.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've seen this really strange mix from Lord Rugbyton III. Arrogance, yeah, but also selective interpretations, these passionate, often contradictory demands. And diving into a source like this, even though it's satire, it really does show you the sheer range of human opinions out there and the sometimes absurd ways people argue for them.
Exactly. And it makes you think, doesn't it? With so many strong, unfiltered opinions flying around in media today.
Yeah.
What's our responsibility as consumers? How do we critically evaluate these claims, even the ones meant partly as a joke? I mean, in a world where you've got folks demanding their metaphorical golden banana based on, who knows what actually makes an argument valid? And how do we tell the difference between genuine conviction, however flawed, and just pure absurdity? Where's that line?